Welcome for another edition of Blue Streak Spotlight. I'm Jimmy Burry, joined here today by Ashley Pettibon, women's golfer. Ashley, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Ashley, in the fall, you had 2 top 10 finishes. Recently, you have had 2 consecutive top 10 finishes. What in the off-season have you done to strengthen your game?
I don't think I've really made any serious changes to my game since last season. I think it's been more off-season conditioning, trying to get in more off-season workouts, things like that. And also in practice, I think I'm a little more focused, trying to work on, maybe 1 or 2 aspects of my game that weren't as well last week. So I'm just trying to keep the focus up and trying to get my overall physical condition to make me stronger. So.
Last week we had A.J. Spalding on the program, and we asked him how difficult it is to make the adjustment from the fall to the springtime. Do you find that a challenge, that adjustment?
I do find that a challenge. It's different in the fall because, we start right when we get back from school. We've had all summer to practice, to work on things. And then the spring season starts at the end of March. A few weeks ago we had our first tournament. There was still snow on the ground. That was a new experience for me, playing with snow on the ground for the first time. So it's kind of hard, in the spring to get the motivation up when you have to go to the dome or to hit in the gym, when it's 30 degrees and there's snow on the ground. So I think it's definitely a challenge to keep your game consistent over the off season. But I do like it having both in the fall and spring. It gives you something to look forward to both seasons. So. Well,
you have lucked out in the past few days because it's been very nice.
It has been very nice.
As an athlete here at John Carroll, you are very good, obviously, on the golf course, but in the classroom, too, you hold a 3.7 grade point average in accounting. Is it difficult to balance that with your play on the golf course?
I wish I could say it was really easy, but it's not. I think over the years I've gotten used to it, especially, the past 2 seasons here at John Carroll. I've, learned to balance school with the golf schedule. It definitely teaches you time management skills because when you're gone for a 2-day tournament, you lose those 2 days to do any work. So it kind of teaches you to work ahead, keep up with the work. But I think it's still difficult, but it's manageable, especially now that golf season's almost ready to wrap up. You need to focus on both, your studies and golf right now. So trying to devote enough time to both of them is a challenge. So
let's talk a little bit about your coach, Matt Lenhart. I am familiar with his coaching style in the pool, but regrettably I have yet to see him on the golf course. Can you explain his demeanor on the golf course?
Well, I've never seen him coach in the pool, so I can't do a comparison there. But his demeanor on the course, he's a very laid-back guy in general. He makes it a lot of fun to play for him. He's very also encouraging. He's always telling us, if we have a good shot, he'll be there. Very supportive. And even if we have a bad shot, he's like, keeps it positive, tells us, we've got, so many more to go. It's only 1 shot. And he's never one to put a lot of pressure on you so that, if you do have a bad shot, he's not going to get down on you or anything like that. He definitely tries to keep the mood light, keep it fun. And in the end, that's what it's really about, is having fun out there. So I think he's a good coach for that, and he definitely brings a lot of fun to the golf course. So.
And he's got quite a job, too, balancing the pool and the golf course himself.
Yes, he does.
One final question, Ashley. If you could tee off with any other 3 people in the history of golf, who would it be and why to make the ultimate foursome?
Well, first of all, I think I'd have to pick Arnold Palmer, just because he is a legend, both on the course and off the course. His accolades on the course, I think, speak for themselves. And, he's so well respected outside of the game for as many things as he's done. I think he'd just bring an interesting perspective to the round, and I'd really like to play with him. Secondly, I'm going to have to say Mario Lemieux, just because I'm from Pittsburgh, a big Pens fan, and he's done so much for the city of Pittsburgh, when he played hockey and now is an owner, but he's also a really good golfer. So I think, getting the chance to play with him, getting to talk with him about hockey and things like that, that'd be really awesome. And probably my third pick would be my dad. just simply because he's the one that got me started with the game. He's been such a big influence on me throughout my life, both on the golf course and off, and I think getting to share that experience with him would be really awesome.
So 4 Western Pennsylvania boys?
Oh, yeah.
So you wouldn't have a shortage of conversation there.
No, not at all.
Ashley, thank you very much for joining us here on Blue Streak Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Jimmy Burry. Ladies and gentlemen, join us next week for Blue Streak Spotlight.